Yo, Sarah, and welcome here. Wowzers, I'm doing good. Wesley, how you all doing? Welcome, welcome. Do I sound okay? Can everyone hear me? Am I coming through loud and clear? Yep. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Oh, how's everyone doing today? Oh. Yeah, today we're going to be trying to learn the Dracossack combo here. Can't complain. So I've been the only thing I guess I can complain about is I was supposed to get an embroidery back today, and I was supposed to hopefully have a hat out today, like for merch, and that hasn't happened. So is this the same mall deck? Yeah. There's only like one thing that's changed in the main deck, and that is where we cut Living Fossil to 2 and DDR to 3. That's the only change main deck wise. I There's different ways to do this combo from what I've like seen, but like I tested with my current list because I just like Gimba because Gimba I think is just superior. I missed you and Ferg testing last night. My man Saren, you didn't miss much. Ferg is just he's a sissy, so he didn't want to get clapped by nobles. So, but he wanted to like work on his main deck and side deck because he was missing 2 cards. Why? What do you mean, David? What do you mean why? Why the switch between the two? Because I guess because the combo string you do 2 power tool this combo, and also because Living Fossil is a hard once per turn, whereas DDR is not. You can use DDR multiple times in a turn, whereas Living Fossil you can only use once. So, and through the combo line here, it takes 2 Tool Dragon versus the 1. So yeah, waiting on my other secret to get here, but I did have a common one sitting around. So we did have to cut a lot. Like we cut Barricade Board Blocker and the Nightmare Unicorn, which I was kind of skeptical of cutting Board Blocker, simply because it just allows you to, if you like, it allows you to get rid of All right, my man Wesley, I appreciate you being here, my man. But maybe you might want to get your internet checked out. That's not good. I'm trying to listen, but I'm in class right now. They're playing the music. Wait. Gotta love online school, my man. But yeah, so I don't know about Barricade Board Blocker because in some of your powerful hands that you get to extend with and hand loop in, you get that extra body on the field. So you have to use Barricade Board Blocker to link off Despot and the Aqua Dolphin into Blocker, and then Blocker and Hulk make a Rorodon. But you don't have that because of space being cut. Like the extra deck is still virtually the same, but we're just playing 2 tool, which is interesting. Someone is burning down 5G. Oh my god. Really? Burning down 5G towers because of conspiracy? What in the world? I would like to keep Barricade because the combo takes a lot of space. And yes, that is actually I have found I kind of I so I've heard about this combo and it's really hard to find. And then like the routes that people were playing it, I'm not a fan of. I like Gimba, and I know people are going to be skeptical of Gimba, but like I like Gimba because if you open you can truly play what you wish it was. That's not a joke. Oh my gosh. You can truly play whatever you want. I'm not saying play this, play that. Arborea, Armageddon, all of them have their like pros and cons. But my thing is with Gimba is if you open 2 warriors and you open Arborea and Renaud, if you open Armageddon Knight and Renaud, you can't combo. You don't have the 2 warriors because Renaud can't special summon itself. So even at the bare minimum, if you open Gimba, you can still special Renaud and then Isolde and combo that way. Whereas if those are the only 2 warriors you get, which are very not likely to happen, but I am the king of impossible possibilities happening. So I just want to have all my bases covered. So I just like Gimba, and it's also the level just makes things easier. It's more simple, but you it's I want to keep board blocker, but if you use like and you keep an extra body out of here, you gotta like be very careful because it makes your board a little bit lackluster. And at that point, I've noticed that you have to pivot into comboing like the old way versus using the Dracossack if you have an extra body on field. Excuse me, but uh, that's what I've kind of seen, and I watched a pack play it on his stream, and I kept wondering. I was like, man, this kind of sucks. Like, if this is what the Dracossack combo is, like how he was using it, I was like, this combo kind of really just sucks. But then I like noticed something. He was always using the Auroradon and tributing 2, and then I was like, oh, you have to leave the token on. So of course I didn't even. I had to go and test it. I wasn't going to tell Pack Sir Pack how he's playing. So I went and tested it myself, and that's exactly what you use. You tribute Auroradon and the power tool, leave the token, then you combo that way. So we'll just go ahead and full it out here. And the difference between these two combos is that the standard Auroradon or the standard 2 warriors always got you to Charles and Harold. That was something that they always did. Well, now with this combo, 2 warriors get you Charles, Harold, and Savage. So like you get a lot more bang for your buck, but your extra deck is really kind of depleted. But with that being said, if you get interrupted or hand trapped, as long as they don't hit Hulk, but like I said, you're normally not worried about hand traps because this deck is so resilient, and Isolde just says hand trap me, please. You mostly can always get to Charles and Harold, which is nothing to laugh at in its sense. I have a lot of people struggle to get rid of Harold, but I guess right here we'll just kind of try and go through it. Just like all my live streams will always be put up later, so if you guys have to leave and you guys can't watch it, you guys can most definitely check it out later. So let's go ahead. So there's just 2 warriors, and I pulled out these guys. So you special red, special Flint Lady. You go ahead and link here. We go straight into Isolde. We'll go ahead and use Isolde's effect to go ahead and add. We'll grab ourselves wherever Gearfried may be, actually. I'm going to a big tournament this weekend. I want to see if there's a collector Gearfried there. If you think about it, having a tight extra deck is not a problem. When you had to play Link Cross, it was tight too because... Yeah, I guess that is, that is very true. The extra deck being tight is not that big of a deal. So add here. We'll go ahead and activate the effect. Sending Living Fossil and Power Tool. Something that this deck... So something I guess I don't like about this list too is that it loses a little bit hard to Lancia, where the previous list didn't lose the Lancia. And this list doesn't lose the Lancia because more than likely they're going to Lancia right off the bat. They're not going to wait that long simply because you could rip the Lancia out of the hand if it's before it's too late. So at that point, instead of just sending Living Fossil, you just send a DDR and you just try to get Living Fossil and combo the normal way is what I've seen and what I've found in testing. But then we just summon out Gemba. Again, there's different ways to do this. You definitely can summon out Arborea. You could summon out Oliver, but my current list is playing it still, because like I said, as I explained earlier, I like Gemba better than Arborea and Armageddonite because those plus Renaud are not combo, and Gemba is, and that's just really important. You want to optimize. So like even if it's a small percent, even that's like a 1% chance you open no other warriors and all you open is like Arborea and the Armageddonite plus Renaud, that's super small, right? Probably a little bit more than what you think, especially if you play both of them. But there's still a chance. Like in my home state of Nebraska, it's the chance of us getting killed by cows is like 99.9% chance that we won't get killed by a cow, but there's always that 1% chance. So I just like to have all my bases covered. So then we turn these guys here into Halky Boy. Hulk brings out the Despot. I actually played one of my members yesterday. He was playing PK, and Despot looked like Oliver, and it just, I'm dyslexic or whatever you want to call it. So I ended up walking right into an Ash Blossom that ended my whole turn, and I hard opened Dolphin, so I should have normal Dolphin, looked at his hand, but I thought I had an extender and I didn't, so he ashed my 1 search card, and then I had to cry. It's quite interesting. So these guys right here go into the big silly... Well, now there's 2 big silly planes. Go here. We get these 3. And then it's the same combo. See, this is where I kept noticing Pack messed up. He goes into Power Tool effect. You reveal 3 DDR. I'll be getting that in a second, but just to show that I have 3 DDR. That's the only thing main deck-wise that has changed is bumping down Living Fossil. And so you reveal 3 DDR, you add DDR. And see, this is where he would mess up. He would do this and tribute these 2. You don't do that. You use Auroradon's effect and tribute the Auroradon and the Power Tool to summon out the Coltwing. And then Coltwing comes out, gives you 2 tokens. And then you get Despot, okay? And then you turn these right here into your second Power Tool. I messed up. I'm putting those up there for now because it's just easier that way. Into your second power tool. And then you just reveal. Am I missing it? No, there's the token. And then you just reveal 3 Durandal. Because for some reason, this card, for some weird reason, this card does not have to be equipped to a warrior. You can equip it to any card. So what you do here, Coltwing is gaining the level of the token. So it's level 7. You overlay 2 level 7s and go into Dracossack. You then make sure when you detach the Coltwing. It goes to Grave, and then you get 2 more tokens. Right here. So used to doing it that way. And then here comes Despot. You then use Despot and the token and turn into Balmug. And this is where you go ahead and use the DDR, but you banish Gimba first and another warrior for Living Fossil. Or excuse me, gosh, I'm getting all mixed up here. For Divine Sword. Then you go DDR, pitch this, summon back the Gimba and this right here. Doing it again. Become Roland, and you put Roland up here. Activate Roland's effect, of course. Then you use Mega Phantom Beast's effect. You tribute itself to destroy Balmug. Balmug gets destroyed, summoning back the Coltwing. Coltwing then gives you 2 tokens, and then here comes back Despot. You then turn these 2 here into Herald. So as long as everyone's still following me, you turn these 2 into Herald. You can go ahead and do Durandal, add yourself Renaud, or Oliver. It really don't matter. Whichever one you open up with, you could still always fire off Oliver. You special here. This grabs you back the DDR. And then, so this right here is... Thinking. I gotta think here. You go here and here. Yes. You go here and here for shooting Riser. You then can use Riser's effect to dump something. I gotta check here and see what I got here. Okay, so Riser's dump has to be kind of important. So here's Red Layer. Red Layer's 5. I'd have to make it 3, so if I dump 4. So you dump a level 4 to make him 3. Just that, this right here requires a little bit of math. So he's a level 3 tuner. You then turn these 2 into Charles. Hi, Maximus. How you doing, my man? Goes into Infernoble Charles. And then you go ahead and banish 2. We'll just banish these 2 for Phoenix. You then use the way you end with Dracossack too, but you have to play 3 Living Fossil and send DDR with this. So, okay, that's interesting. But with Arclight shooting... Oh, yeah, you're right. I actually discussed this. So all that happens is that you... Okay, you're absolutely right. We have to back it up here. I totally remember that now. So this right here will go back. Whoever... Thank you, my man. And I don't think the mill would even get banished. I don't even think you can legally send it under this. So this will be out here. Roland will be up here. See, it's very repairable in this sense here. This goes here, and then we have these 2 tokens. So right here, and then we can put this back to deck. This can go back, and this go back in the graveyard. So there we go. So this is definitely repairable. You then turn these right here, just like that. Well, wait a second. That kind of changes things. So wait a second. We might actually be able to do something else here. So there that is. Let's see here. So we can go ahead and go 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Well, no. Wait a second. Let's try this. I messed up somewhere. We'll have to come back and hit it again. Then use the effect. We can then use... This is a level 3 token. So we then can... We can foolish out a level 2 gamma. that what we want to do? I'm all sort of confused now. So this is 7. Then you turn level 2 by sending red layer. So we send red layer. That's what you're saying. So send red layer becomes level 2. Right? Is that what you're saying? Send that so it becomes level 2. But this right here is level 7. So we have to get rid of this. Or we do have DDR technically to fire off at any moment. But that will, yeah, see, that won't get us the Herald. I did this last night, kind of like using proxy cards. And there is a way to do it. I'm just kind of like lost myself here. But we'll redo it again. We'll head back. So if we send this, we can dump freely. Yeah, whatever. We just have to make Herald last. Interesting. Wondering where I messed up at. So whatever we send here, if it's level 3 and we send a level 2, Kimba. Yeah, see, this right here turns these two into a Savage. Savage then equips a Rorodon, but still something just ain't right. Something just isn't right, because I messed up. Because then these make Charles, but then at that point, this combo is practically, there's no point in playing a Rorodon that way, because we're playing our Dracossack in that way. And then we can DDR back something, but it doesn't matter what we DDR back. Yeah, so let's just wrap it up and try it again. Run it back. I'll try and just plow through all this other stuff. Okay, special. This right here turns into Isolde. Isolde grabs us the Gearfried effect of this to send this. And Living Fossil to summon out this. These two right here become Hulk. Hulk effect to summon out this. These guys here become Aurorodon. Aurorodon right here. Token. We make the Power Tool effect to reveal 3 DDR. And then, so are we trying to figure out the combo actually, or a little bit of both? So we're just trying to I tried to show the combo, and then I messed up the combo, so now we're backtracking it back to try to figure out where I messed up, because I did this I think last night, and I'm trying to I swear that we did it with 2 warriors. I just got to figure out where I messed up, and it becomes where you can't dump, I believe Shooting Riser requires it to go to graveyard. I don't think if under Herald you can legally dump. If this card's single summon, you can send one monster from your deck to the graveyard. So you have to make Riser first. So I'm just trying to figure that out. So then this to destroy these 2. To summon out Coltwing, Ninja Warrior. I've seen it before. Well, maybe you can help me. Tell me where I messed up at here. We go here. We make second Power Tool. Second Power Tool. Power Tool, Grit Reveal 3 Durandal. We get Durandal. Then overlay these 2 as level 7s into... I wish I'd quit putting these back on the Force of Habit up here. Then use the effect of Dracossack. Ooh, wait a second here. My Dracossack is creased, guys. What kind of witchcraft is this? I just noticed this. Ooh, I'm going to be checking my order. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll be checking my order to see if I ordered a damaged one. Ooh, that makes me kind of... If I ordered one of these like that, I'm going to be kind of upset with myself. Oh boy. No, we don't, my man Crush Cards. We don't. And I just noticed that. I was so happy today, but I'm going to be a little bit more salty if I look and I ordered one like that. I'll be more upset. Because then I can't blame anyone but myself. I will go right here. But it's all right. Even injured, the Dracossack does the thing. Come back here. So then this, again, is where we go. These guys here. Into our Balmug, right? And then Phoenix Blade by banishing the Gimba and one random warrior. Get us the Phoenix Blade back. So then we then fire off the DDR, bringing back Gimba. Gimba and the token goes there, becomes Roland in the front lines up there. Roland's effect. And then we use Dracossack, tribute itself, to destroy the Balmug. Balmug then brings back the Coltwing. Coltwing then summons back out 2 tokens. And then here comes... No, not Roland. Oh, no. Oh, goodness. So then... Oh, I think I see where I messed up. Okay. We turned these right here. Right here. Into Riser. Riser's effect. We want to send... This is where we got to kind of calculate. We have... let's send 5. Let's send a level 4, so he's level 3. There we go. We go ahead and fire off Durandal. Durandal will grab us Roland. We then special Roland. Roland's effect to add back the DDR. Roland and token become Herald. There we go. Then we go ahead and banish Renaud and Warrior. Oh, wait, I messed up. We got to banish the level 5 to add ourselves Divine Sword. And I guess in some scenarios it would be like, even if we're missing, like in this scenario it is level 5, but like we can do something different in that case. But anyway, then we do this, pitch this, summon out the missing level that we need to make Savage. These guys make Savage. Savage then equips the Auroradon. Yeah, there we go. And then, of course, to finish it all off here, Roland and this become Charles. And you have Gearfried in hand. So, yeah, there we go. But I don't know if that's the correct way. We might have to play it with, like, 2 different warriors, maybe like a normal summon. But that's the entire point of this live stream, is to test this out. But yeah, so there we go. That was the mistake that I messed up. I summoned Renaud too soon. So yeah, I mean, right there it is. That's a typical, the new 2 warriors, at least Red Layer and Fire Flint Lady, get you to this. So I mean, that's still quite crazy. And then of course the follow-up is Roland's effect during the end phase to send Metal Silver to add yourself another Renaud. And then Charles will equip Metal Silver and then equipped this right there. I mean, like, that's off of 2 cards. I'm a man, Saren. It probably might be later tonight. I am playing Just Nuts tonight. Me and him are gonna get to sit down and test. He has been whacking me with Code Talkers, so I need to sit down. Heck yeah, love all y'all. Just glad to see this style content. This deck is so sick. Thank you, Crush Cards. It is. It requires a brain cell to play, and I don't have that many brain cells, and the ones that I do apply to Yu-Gi-Oh, sadly. So it does. Try with living things. I told some alternate combo routes before. I'll have to read through and check them out and see. There's definitely is space to put in the 3rd living fossil, to be honest with you. I don't see why not. It couldn't fit in. But let's go ahead and try another type of combo sequence here. And let's see. Thank you, my man, Callum. Glad you can make it. Yeah, that was kind of... Yeah, that was kind of crazy. All right, so let's go ahead and just shuffle up and do a random hand. Oh goodness, going to pick up the OTK set as it seems. So it is really fun. I'm not gonna lie. Nothing feels better than just having your opponent set up an entire board and you just practically inherently just punch over it. Pretty nice. I think I'm gonna put out one final Crusadia mat and then kind of move on from it. To be honest with you. Hey, sorry guys, I can only be on for a little bit. Watching the meantime. Sorry, I've been experimenting with the new instant fusion. I kind of like the instant fusion. To be honest with you, I thought about even like incorporating this list because you can summon the Flame Warrior, but don't know yet. I'm not entirely sold on it, to be honest with you. My luck is I'd pay 1,000 and then it'd be time in the round. So, ooh, Despot, Red Layer, and Ash Blossom. Hand's not bad, but we still technically have combo. And this will make things interesting because we added Renaud off of the Durandal. So, special. I say go ahead and equip here. Link. And then we make Isolde. Pray they don't have a hand trap, because if they do, we die. We just die if they have one hand trap, because this hand we opened 2 of our bricks. But we have Ash, I guess, to counter a Gamma, so I mean, we'll dodge the inevitable by now. But now we open Phoenix Blade. Actually, we opened 3 cards that we're not supposed to. Planet Synchro, love Predator Planet Synchro. Oh, yeah. So, do we still send... these 2? Summon out Gimba? I think that's the correct route to go. Gimba comes out. Gimba joins the party. And then we make Hulk. Since we're so good at the game, we summon Despot. Despot and this become Big Silly Plane. Well, 1 Big Silly Plane. Big Silly Plane gives us our 3 tokens. Despot comes back. We turn these guys here into our Power Tool. We reveal the 3 DDR. TZ Striker over Gimba, as it isn't a brick. So the reason, I guess, TZ Striker's not a brick, but I remember hearing that comment be brought up back when Smoke Grenade was out. It's because it's not a fire that it's not good. But like that's the same theory that I was like, okay, TZ Striker's bad because it's not fire. You want to have a fire. And then all of a sudden everybody's like moved away from that idea and playing like Arborea and like Armageddonite. And I don't know, like I feel like if it's a warrior that special summons itself, like this deck is so flexible in the way that you want to like adjust your playstyle, you could very well play it. The only reason that I would not like TZ Striker is the same I explained a little bit earlier, is that at the bare bone minimum, if you open Renaud, these are your 2 warriors, you have combo, but like if you open TG Striker, Arborea Renaud, Armageddonite, and Renaud, you don't have combo. And I know that's like far and few between, but if there's a chance it'll happen, and I would not want that chance. And that's the only reason like I prefer Gimba, but at the end of the day, like really, it's truly whatever you want to decide. And then let's see, attribute these 2 to... oh, forgetting a step here. Dang, look at that. All 3 Gammas having a party right in the middle there. Go there. No, that makes sense. Those hands happen more than you... yeah, preach, bro, preach. They happen too many times. They happen so much to me that I am like I count it into my deck building. Like, ooh, that's a 2% chance it might happen. Ooh, 2's too high. I'm not gonna risk it. Then we make our second Power Tool. And then we overlay here. Man, I am still kind of upset about that. I cannot believe, like, almost, like, I can see because I'm very blind how I got away. I was, like, so happy to get it, and I was, like, just built on, like, pure nerd adrenaline. Yes, the calculator tells you 2%, but 2% seems to happen more like 75. Gotta play 3 Gearfried. Yeah, I love Gearfried, and I argue and say that, yes, you should play 3 Gear. Simply because like he has won games on himself, but ever since I've heard the logic of cutting him down, I truly have not regretted cutting him. It's just I love Gearfried and I would like to play more of him, but I don't know how optimal it is. Just simply, I mean, yeah, he is good, but there've been so many times where like I've drawn multiple Gearfrieds and stuff like that it's kind of like left like a little bitty bad taste in my mouth that I kind of want to just... I've been testing with one and I have not regretted it. Do I miss it at 3? I do miss opening it because I just loved seeing Gearfried in my hand. It's almost like Ogier. I loved seeing Ogier because he's just such a solid normal summon. But then ever since I cut him down from 2 to 1, I've not really noticed it decreasing the inconsistency. So then, yeah, we detach. Whoops. Get 2. Here, this comes back. We make... Did I forget to add off of the second power tool? By George, I did. Already messing up. Already messing up. Okay, so power tool. Then we use power tool's effect. And since we had to Foolish Burial, Living Fossil, and DDR, or Living Fossil, I feel like this is where we kind of just throw out 2 Durandals. And another... Ooh, maybe we can fling out another DDR, actually. Let's see. I think... No, yeah, Living Fossil, because the worst case, we can bring back the Despot with Living Fossil. And then this is where it just kind of comes up to chance. Roll a die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We get Durandal. That's okay. And then we overlay... Oh, for Mecha Phantom Beast. Use its effect to bring out the 2 tokens. Then Despot comes back. Then we fire this into Balmug. Then we can go different dimension ground. Or not different dimension. Why do I keep saying that? Just living... Goodness. Scatterbrain today. Banish to put these there. And then we just go ahead and go DDR, pitch Phoenix Blade, summon Gimba. Gimba and the token become our boy Roland. Activate Roland's effect. We then tribute to destroy Balmug. Balmug then summons back out this. We get 2 more tokens. And then here comes this. Now, I gotta remember. So we go here for... Or is this one of those weird plays where we have to do something different because we open differently? So... No matter what, we're going to be forced to make, I think, Riser Dragon. So we can go here and make this. And it's because we open Renaud. So I just got to think here. If we turn this right here, we can turn this into... Well, I think we got to turn all these into Riser. Then Riser's effect will Foolish out. See, I can make 3. I can Foolish a 4. No. Foolish a 2. Then not at all. 6 card package that gets you to Zoe plus allows you to end on double Fog Blade also. Yes, that is. I saw Fog Blade. The old PK route. Trying to think here. So we pretty much got to go ahead and use Durandal to grab us Oliver, right? Oh, yeah, I'm not really much of a fan of the PKs, to be honest with you. I like pure PK, but I'm just not a fan. Like, Torn Scale, like, that card is bonkers. But I try to keep it as pure as I possibly can. But I have seen where, like, the PK engine allows you to put an app first. So we... Oh, wait, we were still deciding what we're sending with Riser. So I think this is where we can send Ogier. It becomes a level No, we're not sending Ogier. Gosh, I'm losing my... For barricade and cut the feather duster for emergency teleport. I actually like that idea. So you're saying cut DDR2 and play 3 fossil, but fossil, if you open 2 fossils, 1 is immediately dead. So what's the argument for playing the 2 fossils over the DDRs? Totally losing my count. So I have to send a 2. So we send Gamma. Becomes a level 5. Oh, 5 and 3 become a Savage. And then we get a Rorodon. And I still have Oliver in hand. See, that's what's kind of crazy to me, is I still have this Oliver in hand that I feel like I was going to be able to use somehow. And then these guys just make Charles. I think I see where I would have been able to make, if I play, I'm not going to play 3 Power Tool, but if like if the Riser was a 3rd Power Tool, I could see where I could have like pitched this, made an 8, still had a 4, and make Charles there. Lets you combo different ways. It really, it does let you combo different ways, that's for sure. Make sure that these messages are all chats. Let me read yours. So as I said before, if you can't get to Gemba, you can reborn Oliver with Living Fossil and Summon Shooting Riser and go from there. That is true, and then you can also, what is it? Then you can dump Gemba with the Shooting Riser, too, to get access to it. Also can let you extend even without having any banished monsters in case you open it. That's also a very valid point as well. So then instead of we just go for 3 Living Fossil, 2 DDR then? That's why this is becoming wonky? Because if we had DDR, Living Fossil, run it back. But I mean, like, we still had a pretty solid follow-up, too. We had Ash in hand, too, and everything like that. And that was just very strange. Maybe instead of trying to get the Durandal when I didn't open Renaud, maybe the correct play is to try to get Living Fossil or whatever other equip extender that you don't have and go from there. I think that actually might have been more beneficial than getting Durandal. But that's the entire point of these test hands. So welcome everyone to the live stream. Glad everyone can make it. You're going to watch your boy here struggle with Dracossack combos while the comment section teaches me a little bit more. All right, so let's see here. So Kuro, you want me to do 3 Living Fossil. Let me grab Living Fossil. I think I just have it. I still have it, yeah, right here. So Living Fossil, and then cut DDR down. So go back to like the original ratio that I had. Okay, let's try that. So instead of we just get Living Fossil right off the bat. Thank you for the chat interactions, Charles. Chris Hill, my man, this is why I do it. I try my best to keep up and follow you guys, but this is really why I do it, is so I can bring live content and talk to all the people out there who love Yu-Gi-Oh! And who are a fan of the channel. All right, quick cut. Bam. All right, let's see what our first hand is. Ouch. Hi, man, can't remember. So, my man, Federico, before I even continue on, we're playing Dracossack, and I don't have, I believe, I had to cut the board blocker for, goodness, I'm losing my train of thought, the 2nd power tool or the Dracossack. But you very well, as Kuros was saying, like, you could definitely cut a Mega and put back the barricade board, which I might end up doing. Omega is just like a win more card, especially, and like if you want to hand loop, I highly recommend not playing this build because it seems like this list is definitely more tuned to put up the negates and hand loop, which it feels like just after the few runs I've had with it, that this list, the Dracossack list, is a little bit more, has like a ceiling cap, if that makes sense. Mystic Mine. Oh yeah, Storm Magnus. Play Mystic Mine if you want. I just refuse to touch the card, but that is 100% a good way to OTK someone. Activate Mystic Mine, Crusadia combo, one punch. Pretty easy. But Dracossack here, it just seems like the ceiling is like here, or excuse me, is like here. And if you don't play Dracossack, like you have more inconsistent combos, if that makes sense. Like your 2-card combos only get you Charles and Harold, but your ceiling is so much higher because you're able to rip like 4 cards or rip 3 cards. But right now I'm just testing this because like 2 cards get you Harold, Charles, Savage. Like that's crazy. Whereas before it was just Charles and Harold, which was honorable in its own self. But yeah, let's see what the rest of my hand looks like. 3, 4. All right, so this right here is a really good prime example. I would special red, normal connector effect. If they ash here, because they got to ash here. I can't find the video for the Shooting Riser combo, but found the ruling for it. What was the ruling for it? I was under the impression that anything that says that it has to specifically go to the graveyard, if Harold's on the field, you can't send it. If you want to dodge hand traps on Hulk, you can summon Dolphin with Isolde as long as you have Oliver in. See, I knew that. That's actually one of my favorite things. However, every time that's come up where I summon the this off of Isolde instead, they never have a hand trap, and I'm like, I was scared for nothing. But rather safe than sorry, am I right? YuGiOh water, some good decks to start with. Wesley, my man, tons of them. Chat, hit them up with them. There's tons of cool decks. Depends. Do you want to be control, combo? Do you want to be hated? Do you want to be loved? Do you want respect? So anyway, so we rip 1 card from their hand by pitching. Let's go ahead and get this out of our hand. We can go ahead and go here for Isolde effect on summon. Get us Gearfried. There's also like a combo, like I was kind of thinking, if you also open DDR and you open Tuner Extender, you could also summon out Ogier, dump this, and then like banish it with Phoenix Blade, summon it back with DDR, and that's like a cool way to play through. Like if you get hand trapped or get hurt, you can play through that way. But so add Gearfried. Connector effect, tribute itself, summon back Aqua Dolphin effect. We'll go ahead and get Gamma out of our hand. So that's 2 cards we could potentially have ripped. And see, this is where I'm starting to see where we're going to probably need Barricade Board Blocker, because you just need the space in the Dracossack version. Go ahead and send Phoenix Blade, summon out Gemba. Because, see, this is exactly what I was encountering last night. Summon out Hulk. Hulk will bring out their Despot. And this is where we normally make Barricade Board Blocker. But since we can't, because we had to cut it, we just try to combo this way. And I think this combo, you don't even go, I think this route, you don't even go into Dracossack. Excuse me. These go there. Effect. And then in this case, since we decided to change it up, instead of revealing the DDRs, we reveal Living Fossil, and we get Living Fossil for sure. Effect of this. See, this is where we'd have to tribute. See, there's just not enough room. There, I mean, 100%, there's not enough room to even do what we want to do because of the Aqua Dolphin sitting here. So then it's you would 100% have to play Barricade Board Blocker to link it off to get rid of this for space. See, that is crazy. Otherwise, you'd have to use this guy to tribute these two. That, I mean, like, let's see what that gets us. I don't know if I'm seeing a Dracossack touchdown or not, but don't know. I don't know yet if I'm sold on it. Oh, never mind. Hold up, boys. We can't even use Dracossack. I said Dracossack. Because Coltwing's in the grave. So this might be a weird miracle here. So let's see here. So 3/3, but if we do Living Fossil, go into Balmug, but even then, we won't get the tuner back, but we could potentially grab Durandal. This is just gonna be a wonky hand, I think, altogether. It does like I kind of wish I did not open the beast because that just makes this even more awkward. But let's just see what we can do here. We can go Living Fossil, back Despot. It'll get banished, but I think that's okay. We go ahead and link here for Borg. Oh no, because then I'm a blasted fool. What was I thinking? What was I thinking, chat? What was I even thinking? Because if we do that, that gets banished. We have no way to summon back Tuner. Oh man, and see, like I think there was a combo line in the previous list that if we happen to see that, we could combo differently. Oh goodness. So if we go this, tribute this, pop this, this will summon back level 4 or lower. Oh gosh, this is upsetting. In which case we summon back this. We don't have no way to make a tuna. Our only bet, I think, would be use this to tribute token, destroy, and this is bad. But then we could bring back this and then make Charles right here. But I mean, that's so subpar. Not even that good, man. Not even that good. And that's practically because we opened the weird space with the dolphin, I think. Goodness. Well, yeet it away. Too much time on one. Move on to the next. Okay. So chat was saying cut a Omega. I really almost agree with you, especially in this list. Since we're not trying to, like I said, I think like this ceiling cap's like here for this list. Whereas like if you're playing like the other hand, your ceiling is a little bit higher because of the Omega looping you can do. With that case, we just replace this with Barricade Borg for the blocker. I keep wanting to Barricade Borg blocker for those weaker or weird hands. But okay, let's run it back. Let's run it back, and then if that's done, then we'll put in Barricade Borg blocker. Ooh, so I appreciate chat for helping me out with this. Appreciate it. So there we go, 5 cards. So this is actually not too shabby, I think. I mean, it's still technically combo. Special red layer. Normal effect to send. We can send Gear Freed, which we can maybe later abuse since he's in the graveyard. Go here for Isolde. If you want something new, you could do a second power tool. You can get Charles Word on Savage and a rank 4. Just Exalt and other extenders. By just playing a second power tool, you say? Effect on summon. Go ahead and go here to red layer. Effect, pay cost. Now this is where Curie was saying that we could technically speaking, we could, if we haven't seen their hand, we could mill 3, get Dolphin, look at the hand, and then still combo off with Oliver because technically we have 2 things to pitch for Oliver here. But we're going to say they don't have a hand trap, and that way we're going to send DDR and the Phoenix Blade for Gimba. There we go. Gimba and this become Hulk. Hulk grabs us the Despot, which surprisingly we did not open. Normally we always open the Despot. It's always supposed to happen. Have you been testing in the last few weeks? Few weeks. It works pretty well, but suffers. Konami needs to reprint Power Tool Dragon, the last reprints. Yeah, that's true. We go here, try summon Try to summon Dracossack in the extra monster zone. All right, we'll try it. Roarodon, boom, boom. This comes back. This and tokens become Power Tool. Power Tool effect, and since we are playing, we grab the 3 living fossil. Messing with double Power Tool plus Dracossack combo. Yep, that is exactly what I'm doing. Trying to get it down a little bit better. Currently, my current opinion of it is it like lowers the ceiling of the deck, but it also gives the deck, like, instead of a 2-card combo getting you to just Charles and Hulk, 2 cards can get you Charles, Hulk, and Savage. So it gets a little bit more bang for its buck, but you'll lose like a little bit of a ceiling, is what I'm like understanding. And then we said we tribute these here for Coltwing, wherever Coltwing may be. There we go. Coltwing here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so now here's the big moment that we just talked about. So we go here for second Power Tool. Ooh, drop all my entire X deck down there. Okay. Power Tool effect. Right here, since I have Living Fossil, I think I go for Durandal. We then overlay these guys up here and make Dracossack up here. We detach here to give me 2 tokens, and that brings back 0, 1. All right. So we turn this and this into Balmug. We then can go ahead and go Living Fossil, bring back Gimba, link here, or not link, but Synchro Summon here and here for Roland. Roland effect during end phase. If we use Dracossack to tribute this, we get boom, boom. No, we run out of space there. Don't make Roland yet. What do we make instead of Roland? Are we trying to Balmug? Are we trying to Balmug, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Nothing. All right, so let's just back it up here. So that would mean that we have another token left. So then tribute token, pop Balmug. But well, and keep the pop token, pop Balmug. Balmug to bring back this. 2, 2. And we go here. And we still have Living Fossil. Then now I think we make Herald. Or do we make, because we have, boom, we have so much stuff in hand. For those who can't see, we even have Oliver in hand too. We can then go, do we just Synchro for 7? Yes, Herald. All right, I'm trusting you. You teach me the way of this strange combo. It's foreign to me. So we make Herald. We then go Living Fossil. Right, yeah. So earlier in the live stream on Man Fusion, I was playing 3 DDR and then 2 Living Fossil, and then Curry advised to try 3 Living Fossil and 2 of the DDR. And then I assume make right here. I think I see it. I think I see it. This gets banished. Do I see it? Because we go Roland. When we still even have this to fire off. We could actually do this, these here, pitch here. Yeah, Durandal for Renaud, I assume. If not, you'll let me know. For Renaud. We then can go. And see, I even have I had a member that told me he didn't like how the Dracossack combo line planned because it felt like it took too much. Then I assume we special and add back DDR that we sent earlier with the Phoenix Blade. And then, what do I have a level 4 engrave that I can? Yes, I do. Summon wrong. Take back DDR. Yep, yep, I got that. And then I assume these make... Oh my goodness, these right here will make Savage, Savage Effect. Then we go this right here, banish this and this. And then we can go DDR, pitch this, summon back Ogier right there for Charles. And this is cool because since there's a token, or Dracossack can't be... Yeah, and then since we did that, this can equipped here. We can equip... Oh man, this makes me kind of wish I played another Herald, because I could pitch this, summon out Herald. Dang. And then, like I said previously, we can equip this. You could banish Renaud and DDRM back, go for the Charles with Roland token. Oh, that is better. You're absolutely right. That is actually better than just... I didn't even see that. So all that would happen would be instead of DDR in this, we go like this, and then summon this back with DDR, go these four here, and then we can equip Ogier there. And then, yeah. And you still have Dracossack. Dracossack, let me read your Dracossack real quick. While you control a token, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. So yeah, I guess like if you want, I guess either or, like if you want Dracossack to sit up here and be immune, you could keep the token out, which is kind of interesting. Or you can do that way and keep the Dracossack anyway. Wowzers, and we still have Ash in hand. In phase, Roland's effect will activate. We can send whatever we want. Send another DDR to add ourselves. Oh yeah, we foolished him a long time ago. But that's okay, we'll go ahead and add Roland. And then if we wanted to, but this would take up all of our spaces, is we could then equip something from here to here, and then equipped Oliver from deck. Oh, no. Do we have to? I can't remember. Do we have to equip in order to equip from hand? During the end phase, you can equip one equip cell from your hand or graveyard on this card. Then you can equip one Firewall monster from your deck or deck to this card. Gives it 500. Darn. So you have to equip, which would lock up all of our zones if we did that route. Plus Dracossack, your turn still summons 2 tokens. Yeah, that is absolutely true. This is kind of like a little bit more of a higher impact Auroradon, simply because if people leave Auroradon along, that just Auroradon alone, that just is one Auroradon contribute a card, destroy one card, and then you link up into like access code, which is crazy. This right here does not allow you to have the access code, and then again, like as you guys can see, this combo really left my extra deck kind of barren. This would be Barricade Board Blocker. So interesting. Take a quick drink real quick. Run it back. Run it back now, y'all. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking of a second Herald myself. There are scenarios. You know, believe it or not, a second Herald does come up more often than you think. It hasn't come up enough for me to justify putting another one in, but it does come up enough to where that thought is practically always on my head. You don't equip from deck, you can equip from grave. That is, yeah, I could equip from... my hand was so jacked, I kept the Oliver in hand. You had no space for a second Herald in this version. Yes, there is, that's true. There is no space for a second Herald. I would almost argue and say in the original list that I was playing that didn't do double power tool, you have more space that route. Maybe comment, what do you think? Do you think I'm right when saying that this list has like a lower ceiling cap, whereas like the other version that I guess I profiled, or maybe you haven't seen it, but a 1 power tool gives you a little bit more higher ceiling cap, simply by being able to have space to play like Omega and stuff like that. What do you guys think? Okay. All right, it is absolutely okay. Good. I'm not just crazy. So I then, well, your last list had more tools. Like tools as in power tool, or do you mean like tools as in like extra deck tools? Like it played like what is it? Nightmare and like all that stuff. Is that what you mean? But this one just does more with less. Yes, exactly. That is the best way to do it. The last list does a lot more, with more cards, but this list does more with yeah, does more with less cards. Which it just kind of like, this is one reason why this deck is so good, everybody who's listening, is that it legitimately can fit your play style. You want a hand loop, you can play hand loop. You want to set up Unbreakable Board, you can set up Unbreakable Board. You want to do an Unbreakable Board with 2 cards or 1 card, you can do it. Like, so I guess it's, so 2 warriors get you to what we just did, but if you open connector, that's a 1 card. So you still have 4 cards in your hand. You're going to be able to put up that entire board and rip cards and still have like 5 or 6 cards in your hand. That's why this deck is so slept on. Let's do top 5. There we go. All right, Durandal, Phoenix Blade, Red Layer, Durandal, Monster Reborn. So this hand's not too bad. It sucks that we opened double Durandal and Phoenix Blade again, but that's okay. I would cut access code. It is powerful, but not. I don't see the need. Access. I would almost argue against that in one way, because I play without access code for a long time, and I can see how it's not needed. Because I played everything under the sun to replace it, and when I didn't have it, I never used it. But now that I have it, I always find myself being able to make it, because on that turn 3 follow-up, just having the easy, with the greatest of ease, you can just summon access and wipe an entire board and go. It allows you to kill them on like the turn 3 versus sometimes like dragging it out to a turn 4. But truly the only things required are like Isolde, Roland, Herald. Like the deck is really flexible when it comes down to it. It's just depending on what package you're playing. But special, Durandal. I wouldn't, yeah. God, it sucks at getting Durandal like right here. So I would probably just go for Flint Lady. Special. Did you go stop the people burning down your towers, Wesley? Tell them, cut that shit out. Not too much. Yeah, access is basically free. You're right. We'll see now. Fred, if you're playing the variant where you just leave the Auroradon up here, it is very free, because sometimes your opponent can't out the Auroradon, or they just forget about it, and then it's already a link 3. Bam, there you go. But in the variant we just did, like test hand that Muriel guided me through, we ended on Dracossack up here instead, and that practically means that the follow up for access code is still there, because just I think 1 second. Let's read access code. 2 effect monsters. So 2 plus effect monsters. So like you could still hard make it with Dracossack. It's pretty easy, but it's just easier with your Auroradon. So we'll go here, Isolde effect to go ahead and add. Let's go ahead and grab us Gearfried. Effect to send. DDR. Yeah, we'll go ahead and send DDR. I almost had a brain fart. I was like, why are we sending DDR? Well, you should just send another Durandal, but we want to keep a Durandal in deck, I think. You know, Kuro, I actually have heard that quite a bit. I heard that since, because that deck can easily put up Apollosa before that you even Hulk, but I have heard that it does play a higher. Oh, we opened. Darn, we opened there. The Phoenix Blade, so we do have to do something like this. I have heard that. I've heard that it's very bricky, but it's more resilient when it comes to hand traps. But I feel like this deck inherently is just resilient to hand traps. That you don't really need to play it that way. But again, to each their own. That's the flexibility of the deck. If you want to play and you want to put up an Apollosa before you go into your Hulk plays, by all means, you can do it. That's like I said, one of the reasons I like this deck so much. We're just going to go ahead and equip here. And then go here. And then we summon out Despot. Despot here. Go here. Oh, let's see here. So this is our hand. And you know what's really, I actually thank you for doing that for me, Muriel, because I want to make a video on this, because when you look at the combo up, it's hard to find. In this version, you have the consistent play of Isolde, Summon, Dolphin, then combo with all. That's true, right? You do have that consistent play, because since you combo differently in this line, because you're not utilizing the combo lines different, you're utilizing a different combo line, you do get the ability to do that, because you can like Foolish Burial like what you need and make levels easier, I think. Yeah, in the PK variant you get a lot of awkward hands. I feel like so like Patrick Coben in the Row of the King, he says 5 normal summons is what you need. But if you play PK, Torn Scales, you play an Ogier, Then you play Neospace Connector. You put on like 6 normal summons. I'm glad you're labbing Dracossack. Did you see? I did. That's exactly. So I asked on. That's where I exactly saw it, but I didn't like how it comboed on there. So I wanted to kind of mess with it myself in my own sort of thing. It was hard to find. Like, it was pretty difficult to find. Like, I've been hearing about it, and I was like, I want to try it. And then when I found out you can just fit it into my own existing combo lines, I was like, why wouldn't I just try it? Like, I'm not going to tell you Dracossack is bad without trying it. And then here, and then since we get Living Fossil, because we're playing 3 of it in this variant, effect here to tribute these 2. And we're going to try what Muro said again with this hand and try to put Dracossack in the top where Rorodon would go. There we go. So we go here, get 2 tokens. This comes back. We make our second power tool, which I think this one's going to be more up to chance. So I feel like here I have to reveal the... Yeah, double power tool is too weird for me. And yeah, Dueling Archives get so little views that they're pretty much the only place I can find. You're absolutely right. There's so many channels out there that just don't get enough views. There's this guy who uploaded, he's like, I entered the LCS, and he's a small YouTuber, but his quality is great. And I feel like just a lot of smaller YouTubers get either destroyed by the algorithm that YouTube does, or they just get overlooked because there's already the big names already out there. But those names are eventually going to... Nothing gold will stay, Pony Boy. So eventually, everybody will get their time to shine. You just got to keep pushing on. So we probably revealed DDR. And I already had to use Durandal, didn't I? Yeah. So maybe that wasn't the call to send, but I really didn't have much of a choice. Maybe I do something weird like this again? I mean, this is where the deck takes a little bit more of a brain cell to play, because I think by sending that the DDR the first time, it kind of messed me up. I should have probably sent Metal Silver to go ahead and get it out of the deck. But misplay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That sucks. But it's okay because we have Monster Reborn. So we'll go ahead and go here, up here, for Dracossack. Dracossack effect. Give me 2 tokens. Oh, there we go. Balmug. Yeah, so we have 1, 2, so I can go boom, boom. And then we use Dracossack to tribute a token. How did this token... Where did this token summon 2? So yeah, it was 1 token. Summon 2, get Despot, and this make Balmug. Then this would tribute a token. Oh, never mind. Duh. Tribute token to destroy Balmug. Balmug then summons back. Yep, I just had a brain fart. There we go, and then this comes back. And then we make Herald. Needs like 1 more good card. That is true. They are lacking just 1 card. So I got to think here. So I have Living Fossil, so I could go Fossil, and I don't have a level 1. That's really kind of... I do. Thank goodness for Monster Reborn. We go Living Fossil, bring this back. But I can't use that level 1. But I have Fire Flint Lady to go into this. Well, wait a second. Oh, never mind. Simple play. Because we open the busted Monster Reborn. Oh, we want a Rorodon here, and then we just fire off Reborn, bring back this, and then these guys here for Charles. And we still have 3 cards in hand. And this guy's sitting up here. Okay, so that is inherently the combo line for Dracossack. Correct? That is what Dracossack gets us. We get Dracossack that way. Or you start playing 6 hand traps in the main. Damn, it feels good to not lose a match. If you, yes, my man, that's what I'm doing. I play 6. It feels good to just be able to interact with your opponent, even if it's just an Ash and it doesn't stop them. At least you know you had something. It's a lot better than just sitting there, kind of just twiddling your thumbs while they kind of combo off, and you're like, oh boy, look at that board. Okay. Try learning the combo with Oliver in case the Ashley is old. Okay, that's a good idea. So just assume they're going to Ashley is old. What Dracossack does, Wesley, is Dracossack says summon detach, summon 2 tokens. Those 2 tokens summon simultaneously to bring back the Despot. Despot and token make Balmug, and then Dracossack's effect says tribute a Dracossack card or monster, whether it be token or himself, to destroy a card. So you tribute himself or token, destroy Balmug. Balmug brings back the Cult Wing. So you essentially get 1 extra use out of Cult Wing, I think. I think it's 1 extra use. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and showcase what happens when you... All right, so no matter what, I think all I'm going to do is just give myself Oliver. I think that's fair. That's the entire point of this right here is going to be Isolde gets Ash played through Oliver. So as long as I don't open just Oliver plus Extender is the only way I can make it, it's worth a shot. So thank you all for hanging around for the live stream. I really cannot express how much I am happy to have you guys here on this fine Tuesday day watching the live stream. All right. Oh. Driver. All right. Gamma 2. Despot. Gamma. Scoop. That is awful. We couldn't even play with that. It do be like that. It very well do be like that. You hate to see it. It happens to the best of us. All right, there we go. So, Chalice, Durandal, Metal Silver, and man, I play one of these. This guy, like, if you guys have been with me with my Crusadias, this is Crawler. This guy is Crawler. Yeah, best hand. So this hand's actually pretty fire. So this is going to be interesting because this right here is 100% Gearfried combo. So this is you hate when this happens because like we're going to be able to put Gearfried up before Ash hits it. So I think we might just try and play the Imperm. I think that might be the best route. But then that's not truly experiencing the full combo because Gearfried's taking up a zone. But hey, you got to learn it eventually, am I right? Heritage of the Chalice. Let's go ahead and fire this bad boy off and grab us. Crawler always be with us. We are one with Crawler. You're absolutely right. Even when you think you've escaped Crawler, he just takes a different form. At least Despot can be summoned from the hand. You can try to send 4 equips. Summon Oliver, start with 1 connector in hand. So what? Okay, so what you're saying is start with 1 connector in hand. Okay, so 1 connector and then Oliver in hand. Is that what you're saying? Huge shout out to my man Kuro who's teaching me this Draco line of plays here. So connector, and then we want to play as though Isolde gets Ash, right? Normal. And then we just bring out connector. You never do it, but it's always just learn how to play with all that. No, this time no Ash on Isolde. No Ash on Isolde. Okay, so just have with Oliver combo, no Ash with. Okay. No Ash on Isolde. So if I can find Aqua Dolphin. Hi, Communist Penguin. So then there we go. It's like, huh. So now we pitch Oliver, right? This was the entire combo, right? Kuro was summon Dolphin, pitch Oliver, rip the Ash from the hand. Oliver is in the deck. Okay. I think I see what you're saying now. Then we just, yeah. summon effect to add Gearfried. Gearfried, then effect. We're going to send 1, 2, 3, 4. Summon out Oliver. Yep. We make Hulk. Hulk then grabs us. You were wrong, but you tell me that now. You've forsaken me. You have forsaken me to this, so I will play it through just to see how far we can go. I don't think it'll work the way because you need the Durandal. Hey, but remember, well, I mean, it's all up to probability and chance, so I guess we'll see to the point to where we'll play, I guess, to that point, because if you need Durandal, there is a I'll have a higher chance to see it, I guess, if that makes sense. But luck is never on my side, so I assume this first round here we do the same old power tool. Power tool grabs us the living fossil. You then use these guys to tribute him off. He's coming. Actually, just give me a few seconds. He's coming. Good afternoon. I'm the player from Barbados, and I'm the Inferno player. Just want to say your videos are an inspiration, as thought everyone. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that. Welcome to the family. I just do my best. One second. Let me see what you just said. I'm trying to communicate a little bit better here. Well, you usually summon Oliver from hand, so it doesn't matter. Ooh, we'll have to see. We're going to get through this, Kuro. We're going to get through this. Second power tool. This time we need Durandal, right? That's what you said. So I feel like in this scenario, we reveal this. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4. There you go. Luck was on our side today. Take living. But we already have living. Maybe my chat's being a little slow. Always living first. Yes. All right. Yep. You always search out the 3 of first. That's, yep. There we go. And then here, Dracossack's coming. So we put Dracossack up here. We then make this, detach, summon out 2. Oh, there we go. Go here for Dracossack not in the extra monster zone this time. Oh, okay. So then and do we sack off Dracossack to do this then, or do we sack off just a token? Well, no. You reborn Oliver and summon in the. So do that. I assume do that now. Ultimate Wizard in terms of attack and defense. What? I was told to show up for the PK talk. And then we send Gimba, right? That's what we send. So then he becomes a level 5. I assume that's what we send. Send Red Layer. All right. That's not what we send. Send Red Layer. He becomes level 2. To turn into level 2. Then use Dracossack, probably tributing itself, destroy Balmug. Do you guys play 3 Ash, 3 Gamma? I've been doing that with E-Telly, but I want to swap Gamma out for something else so I can cut out some cards. I play 3 Ash, 3 Gamma because Gamma is such a high impact card that I feel like you almost have to play it. Gamma is just almost a turn ender. That's how high impact it is. But you could cut it. Truly, I mean, to be honest with you, you don't have to play it. You can just cut it. Summon here, then this comes back. And then we've already done that, so I feel like we do this for Harold. We do this for Roland. Then we can go Durandal, get Renaud. Do I have a level 4 engrave? Yes, I do. So this is still very doable. Special here. Probably grab back DDR. So see, this is, again, this is where another Herald could potentially come up, but I think that it's okay. I think that we do these guys here for 7 or 8. Equipped Phantom Beast. Probably banish red. Banish connector for Phoenix Blade. You then DDR Renaud and go for Charles. DDR Renaud. Yeah. Why do I keep forgetting that? That is crazy. Yep, pitch. Go for Renaud. I keep forgetting. I remember he's a tuner, then I forget. And then here we go. Go for Charles. Equals Dracossack, Salvage, Herald, and Charles if you play 2 power tool. I have to say that's impressive. It is really impressive, and that is exactly why. And if you noticed, it also it has a little bit of room for misplay, if that makes sense. That means that it has a little bit of forgiveness for if you misplace. I never played for Nobles before Lubricant Sword. Believe it or not, so when the deck first was revealed, I was going to play it, and then it just got super meta, and then all the prices rose up, and I'm a cheapo at heart, so I was like, I ain't going to build it. But Charles, I've always had Charles. I mean, Konami's going to make a card and name it after me, or name it after the same person that my dad named me after. Of course I'm going to pick it up. And finally, when Renaud's were like $10, I was like, I'll do it. And then little did I know how much I'd actually enjoy playing the deck. So technically speaking, Dracossack or 2 warriors always equaled this. This is what 2 warriors originally equaled. You could, bare bones, if you did not play Dracossack, this is what you could get to. But Charles needs 1 tuner. Charles needs 1 tuner and 1 plus more non-tuner monsters. Saying I just remember them hand looping. Yep, I remember that too. And this deck can still do it, but not in this variant. To be honest with you, I don't think this variant can hand loop as easy because your Omega is going to have to be cut, I think, for Barricade Blocker. So that means Omega will get cut, and it just turns your 2 cards that got you to this. This is what the standard 2 warriors got you to. Now 2 warriors get you to this. Loved it in every variant. Yeah, like I really could not find oh wait, not to. So I might I got virtual hand loop the other night on Dueling Nexus. Fun times. Oh, Gothams. Hey, at least they're doing it the Gothams way. You know, at least that they're doing that way. The good old days of hand looping with Smoke and how I love that format. You know, I never had a problem with Smoke. I had a problem with Union Carrier and that god-forsaken whelp. That was my problem. You're good, my man. I had to look to make sure, too. Because I think that's why I actually always leave the token out here. I always go for just the 4 and 5 when I can just do exactly what Muro was saying and just go for the level 1 and just get rid of the token so the token's not sitting out here. So 2 warriors, like I said, used to get you to this. 2 warriors now get you to this, but this is your extra deck left. So prefer hand loop or VFD format? That's a trick question, isn't it? Neither. Union Carrier was the correct pick, though. So I have this debate in my mind. Union Carrier was doing good for rogue decks, but what the problem was that when they hit the whelp, it made me believe that Konami's like, okay, Konami is going to limit their card design because of Union Carrier. That's decent. That means they're no longer going to print like busted cards. They're going to make them more restricted. And then Konami turned around and hit they hit Union Carrier and brought back whelp. And I was like, no, Konami, you're going to continue to print broken cards that can be equipped. But it is what it is. I played I played one Infernoble player during the hand loop format, or that format where Infernobles were technically at full power. And I played one Infernoble player that entire time, and I would have loved for it to have been Pack, but it sadly wasn't. And I played Crusadias, and the man hand looped every Crusadia name out of my hand, every Crusadia name, and then I couldn't play. And that was when I was like, you cannot play going second this format because you're not going to be able to play. And since Smoke Grenade just allowed to rip any card, it didn't matter. Whelp is literally a busted card for a busted archetype, if you catch my drift. All right, let's run it back. And we did that by summoning off the Oliver, if I'm correct, right, Kuro? We got to go now. Keep doing what you do, man. Awesome work. Have a nice day, boys. Thank you, my man, for taking the time to explain a lot of this to me. We'll just keep on trying, keep on playing on to understand the deck better. That's just how you get good with the deck. Oh, man, I love the deck I played before. It comes only noble. So, interesting theory. Maybe my noble boys here in the chat can hit me with it. So original Noble Knights are based on Arthurian legend. Infernoble Knights are based off of French legend of Charlemagne. So there's like a book. It's called A Matter of Britain, A Matter of France. There's going to be A Matter of Rome. Who wants to call that they're going to make another Infernoble archetype and make it have be a pun on honor or something like that? Honor Noble. Yeah, my Wesley using those memes. What mat he named? This mat right here, this is called Ordained by Flame. And this is King Charles. It actually, Cena Renaud is expensive card with a typical. What's typical? 3 Renaud. You can get away with 2, but 3,000 pit. We talked about this in a couple streams ago, I think. Yeah, I work with dementia patients, so sometimes that rubs off on me and I forget. So yeah, how could you grind after first turn if the board gets broken? Gear freed. So so this is actually pretty good. I'll do another test hand after this. So normally it's typical, very typical. Your ending board, or your follow. Look at that, having a party, Power Ranger party. Your ending board, you always have the follow up of like this right here. So if they break your board and you establish Gear freed, which is very easy, you can special Renaud. Renaud will add back the DDR that is going to be in your graveyard, and then you can banish. You banish 1 warrior, and then you banish Charles, and then you go DDR, bring back the Charles, and no source has told me differently, and it has worked on every simulator out there, but Charles recognizes that it's being equipped by DDR, so then on the summon of Charles, it pops a card. So practically, this is your follow-up, and then, yeah, like, if you did 2 cards, you have other cards in hand, so you can build back your entire board. Lack of better terms, yes and no. You can definitely get Charles out. Then if you have Ogier engraved, you just equip that Ogier right away. So if they somehow can remove reincarnation, Charles won't be destroyed because of Ogier. But definitely, these are the normal 2 cards you have in your hand, and that's practically the normal follow-up when the board does get broken. So I mean, it's pretty good. And not to mention that, so the only way it's bad is if Gear Freed doesn't touch down, which Gear Freed's effect to summon itself is activating. So if they put up a monster negate and they stop Gear Freed, it can be pretty rough. But what is difficult is it's going to be really difficult to break this board, simply because outside of maybe Savage and Herald being out there, Herald's probably going to be the first thing to go. But you also got to remember that in my current list, I am playing, where is it at? Metal, Silver, and you are always getting the Oliver equipped. So this is making Charles be 35, and then he's going to be able to. His name is Infernal Knight Emperor Charles. Yes, sir, that is his name. He is based off of King Charlemagne, and Charlemagne has, believe it or not, is supposed to have we have a lot more historical records than we do of King Arthur than him. There we have little to nothing of King Arthur, but we have a lot of King Charles and his conquest. This is not Mecha Phantom Beast deck. No, it is not. It's using Mecha Phantom Beast cards. We only technically use 3 Mecha Phantom Beast cards in this current list, and it's just these 2 and then Colt Wing, and we just use them for tokens. We practically just abuse them for the tokens because Konami made it to where Infernobles cannot make their own boss monster that hard. Wesley, my man, yes, I see you saying my name. So I'll wait for you to comment back. But to that question, everything on the board is now untargetable because of Charles. So it's going to be very difficult for them to break that board anyway. So at the bare minimum, if they do break it, there's one. I can almost guarantee you one monster will be left out here. In fact, you want them to get rid of Charles, so then you can just DDR back Charles. No, my man, Cyframe, you didn't miss too much. We're getting ready to play back another test hand here because I still need to learn how to combo with this. Yep, and abuse Despot 001. Abuse the crap out of it. The best feeling ever, though, to speak on that, more like fire token dot deck, to be honest with you. Does the extend come up in like turn 3? The second Isolde comes up, not as often as you'd think, but I have summoned Isolde, had my Isolde get Gamut on the first effect, and then had to make a second Isolde. But other than that, it's just in there for the principle of like, yes, it can come up and you need to have it. Halifibrex is a card that it's the card like you'd be like, I wouldn't mind playing 2 of it, but you don't want to play 2 of it. You just don't want to. But it's the card that if they hit it hurts the worst. No, I was saying yes to his question. The name is... Oh, okay, Wesley. You're good, my man. But something that's very interesting, that is very cool. So when you go Auroradon, and some people will think that they got you, and they'll Ghost Bell the Despot. And in any case, yeah, they did get you. Honestly, they did get you. But that's where you practically go Oliver, summon Oliver, make and just combo off, and then Despot activates when you summon 2 more tokens because, yeah, it's just pretty good. It does. That's why so Isolde is practically an instant unicorn, which is really good, especially if you're going second into a board. You can go into this, make use Isolde to summon from deck, make unicorn shuffle back, and then if they still haven't removed the unicorn, you just summon Tuner Extender from hand, make unicorn and Tuner Extender into Hulk, and then combo that way. Like, the deck just has so much depth into it. It has so much utility in, like, the Fire Warrior Knights. I have found myself summoning Red Layer, and then in, like, some weird board states where it's like I'm kind of skeptical. Summon Red Layer, normal Oliver, link into, or synchro into Hard Make Charles, and then use Oliver effect to equip the Charles to force a back row. And still have, like, Fire Flint Lady and Renaud in head or something like that. So it is 100% possible. There's so many different avenues and routes and combo lines this deck can take. Like I said, like I'm playing Dracossack. You don't even have to play Dracossack. I almost, like, the more and more I'm learning this Dracossack list, I'm kind of liking it more. But I still almost prefer my previous list to this just because of just the hand loop. You have a higher ceiling, takes a little bit more resources. So instead of taking 1 or 2 cards, it'll take 2 and sometimes 3 cards to get to that 3 negate board, whereas this list, it only takes 2 cards to get to the 3 negate or 3 disruption board. But it's almost, to me, it almost feels like it's worth it to do that just so you can hand loop your opponent, because your opponent can't play if they don't have a hand. All right, so we'll go ahead and draw Renaud. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. So, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double Ash kind of blows. But, I mean, we still got combo by normaling here and then effect a special. And then he's still alive, I guess. Go here for Isolde. Isolde effect on summon. Grab us the old Gearfried. We might but run it back using that Gearfried combo. Use the 2-card Gearfried combo. Just so that we can see what we do with Dracossack with Gearfried on field. You can summon around 10 level 3 tokens in this deck that allows you... Yeah, that's truly what gives you the most interesting routes, is that you get such interesting lines to go through. It truly is cool. Bring Despot 01 out a 3rd time. I'll try. Effect to send. So we send DDR and Phoenix Blade. Ooh, one of my good friends, Shane, he plays this deck, and me and him toss theory back and forth quite a bit with it. Fun fact, did you all know that this deck is still live in the OCG? Like, straight up, like, nothing's banned in the OCG? Answering what Dracossack does. Oh, huh. Sorry, my man, Zach, I just kind of caught the end of what you said, and I was like, I'll do it again. I'll bring out 3 times. Okay, so then these 2 go here. Never read the card before. Well, welcome to the competitive Yu-Gi-Oh scene. You will love it or you will hate it. I've seen some version of the deck that loop Omega with DDR. Do you know? Yeah. So that was practically my previous list. If you open, I think like one additional extender or one, two, so it's like 2 cards. You open like a third card. You can loop Omega twice by summoning Renaud. Renaud adds back DDR. You use Renaud and the Coltwing, who's being treated as a level 7, to make Omega. Banish, use the DDR you add it back to summon back the Omega and loop again. That's practically how you do it. I'm loving it roughly 4 months in comparison to everyone. Good. Good, good. There we go. So bam, bam, bam. So, hey, Zach, Despot 1. Here we go. He comes out once. There's one time. I'll do it 3 times. You watch. Go for the Shiny Power Tool. Shiny Power Tool, we reveal 3. Living Fossil, we get it. We tribute these guys off for skipping a step. Gotta love Omega not being... You do, and then they lose the first card you rip, which is quite interesting, I think. Because since it's attached to the first Omega and it comes back, it's treated as a new card. That one first card you rip is forever lost. There we go. Boom, boom. Despot for a second time. Power Tool effect. This time, I think we just fire off 3 Durandal. Unfortunately, that doesn't work. The card isn't attached to Omega. Yep. The card, oh, the card isn't attached to Omega, so they do get both cards back. Interesting. And then we go up here for that. Detach. Get 2 more tokens. And Despot for a 3rd time. By George, you're going to watch me do it a 4th time, too. There we go for Balmug. Effect, tribute token to destroy Balmug. Balmug reborns back out. This, we get these. Then we go Herald, because we can still make Herald, and Herald's good, yeah, and doesn't depend on Omega returning to the field. Well, shoot. That is upsetting, but hey, it is what it is. Doesn't really change much of anything. Do we go Living Fossil? Back Gimba. This gets banished. Into Roland. Special effect, add back DDR. We go ahead and make Savage. Savage will then equip. There we go. What happens if they banish Despot? Well, you kind of cry. Not gonna lie. Do you ever do remote duels on stream or something? My man Zach, sadly I do not. I don't have the current setup to do remote duel on stream. I sadly just don't have the setup to do it. We're getting ready to move, so I did plan to eventually move to that and start saving up for it, but I don't have that ability. And I've kind of thought about it too. I don't know if I want to do remote duels, simply because the reason I do my live streams is to communicate with all of you, and that requires me kind of going off for like 40, 20 minutes at a time and doing that. I don't want to do that, but I have thought about it because I think it'd be interesting for everyone to see line of play. Then you guys can rail me in the comment section for misplaying, and that's just a fun time altogether. But I just don't. And we're getting ready to move. We're buying my dad's house. It's a smaller home, but it's like super cheap and affordable. So we're going to buy it, pay it off quick, and then rent it out. So my office is going to shrink, and I don't know if we'll have the funds to put into it, especially since we're going to... yes, Wesley, you kind of do. If they do hit Despot, you do have level 1 extenders like Renaud and or Oliver that you can kind of extend for, but you can't go as far. I'm all my man Zach Riemann. If you ever want to, message the Facebook personally, and we can definitely set up a remote duel where we can sit and play ourselves. But if you want to play actively, definitely recommend becoming a member. I think once a day, my members for Crazy Hi, how you doing? My members get together and we have remote duels. I want to launch my own remote duel tourney. I'm just kind of like I said, I got a lot of projects going on currently. So it's just everything. I recently, the one thing that I for sure did was I booked the hotel, the haunted room at the hotel, Alex Johnson. So for our Halloween special, I'm gonna make it kind of like a spoof of Ghost Adventures, and we're gonna go and try and see if we can catch some old spooks up at the Alex Johnson on camera, and you guys can watch a bunch of grown nerds yell at little sounds or mice practically scurrying about. And there you go. Yes, you do conceding. You just kind of have to. So, hey, now don't be just telling you can concede. In most cases, your hand you do concede, but there are some combo strings that you can if you open like Oliver, which I guess we kind of opened Oliver, but that was our second ad, so like technically we didn't get to the first one. If you open Oliver the first time, you can probably put out Charles and Harold, depending on your hand. But I mean that's not awful. Making whatever I can from there. Yeah, like I said, it really just depends on your hand how you combo out. But so this is kind of cool. I actually kind of like this over Auroradon. So 2 cards, and look at our hand. Like we still have 4 cards in our hand, and we started like whoa, we started with 5 cards, and we have 4 cards in our hand. That's pretty cool. The sky is the limit. Shoot for the moon. Yeah, to the moon. How much does nib hurt? For crazy nib, so it depends where they nib. If they nib, so you mostly have the ability to establish Herald. Like I'd say maybe 7, 8 out of 10 times you can establish Herald once you look at their hand, so that you can negate nib before it even happens. But it just depends where they nib at. If they nib on the Isolde, you just chuckle because you just summon Tuner Extender, make Hulk combo that way. But if they Hulk at the or if they nib at the Hulk, it's definitely rough. But there's just so many different play strings and play lines for you to see the hand and make Herald before you commit farther. And there's also 2 card combos that gets you to Gear Freed, so Gear Freed can protect you from the Nibiru coming down as well. So like the deck is just super resilient. The only hand trap that really hurts this deck is Imperm. Mostly every other hand trap you can play around, or the deck's plays can easily pivot into different plays depending on the hand trap that hits them. But nib is not too bad. I've been nibbed when my hand's been complete garbage and suffered from it, but I've also been nibbed and my hand been straight fire, no pun intended, and just played through a nib like it never happened. So it just truly depends. So we're actually going to do a quick combo here, or not just combo. We're going to play. Let's see. I had it in the very beginning, or not, sort of, kind of in the beginning. Durandal, wherever it may be, the anti-Nibiru and anti-hand trap combo. We're going to play it and see how we combo with it on field. The nib Hulk, and you have an extender, you can turn nib token and extender into barricade bull block, and then go into Rodon. Yeah, you just have to have extender galore, really. I've been playing a problem with Phantasmic recently, actually. Yeah, and Phantasmic, because Phantasmic lets them dig, and if they get deep enough if they get deep enough, they can get like more hand traps, which is really what's the problem. However, I would not be chicken enough to fire off an Ash at Phantasmic. Keep that card in your hand. Don't you think about summoning that guy. I didn't give you consent to summon that guy on my turn. Put that thing back where it came from, so help me. Normal Ogier effect. To send Gear Freed. We then go Durandal effect, add Renaud. Or those tokens you used from the recent OTS. Their World Legacy tokens. I love the World Legacy storyline. These tokens are from World Legacy. The tokens I used prior to this, they were from Fate. I'm a huge Fate fan. No smile. Yeah, my previous tokens were from Fate. I'm a huge Fate guy. So, but these tokens are from the World Legacy because I love the World Legacy story, the World Legacy archetypes. They are just they're awesome. So then we go here, special here, add back Gear Freed. Link here. Let's just go ahead and get him out. Banish Durandal to summon Gear Freed. Summon out Isolde. No effect. Ogier effect to equipped. Then use the effect of Gear Freed to send 2. let's go ahead and send another Durandal and Phoenix Blade. Where do you get the tokens such as the fake ones? I just had my local store make them. My store owner was doing them for a short while. I don't think she's sadly doing them anymore because they've had to relocate. And we actually should have locals be opening soon. So if they open soon, my goal is to try and come on, Charles, speak words, to live stream locals. That's my next goal, and it might just be just sitting my camera at a table and everyone just kind of watching rat match go by. But it's something to do, especially if some people's locals have not opened and you're bored at home and you can't play remote duels. It'd be something to do. There we go. Come on down, Halky Fibrax. Halk, summon out Despot. And look, they're both together. Partners in crime. Despot and Halk. Turn into Auroradon. Auroradon will get us Despot once I get the tokens here. And then I think we just have to combo like we normally do with the Gearfried out. Just simply because we don't have the space to do a lot of anything else. But I mean, that's kind of nice because then we still have like our whole extra deck to kind of follow up with, you know? Effect. See, we would tribute. Because see, if we tribute these two, boom, 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 we don't get the token. But if we tribute these two, we'll get back, we'll get the Despot back. And I think that we don't have the space to continue on at that point. So we would. What those sleeves are for your extra deck, the ones with the design. They're just KMC border sleeves, I believe. You can just find them online. I bought, as soon as I read, like the rules were released, I read them. I bought them for $5 a pack. Now they're like $10 a pack. So definitely try to find some good deals. Yeah, so they're KMC, and then these are just some OCG sleeves on the inside that I like, that I use. And then my main deck, I fell in love with Ultimate Guard Katana sleeves, so I use them. Ophidian is getting ready to put out their own type of sleeves, and believe it or not, Ophidian is still a sponsor of the channel. I just haven't used them forever. I haven't had the time. I haven't used any of their products. I'm gonna make my own. But if their sleeves check out great, and they match up to Katanas, I might just start using their sleeves and then start advertising for them a little bit more. Yeah, so we don't really have space here to kind of go into Dracossack, really. To be honest, we just don't have the space. So we just combo like we normally would to make Herald. And then DDR back Gimba. Gimba and the token become Roland. Roland and Roland's effect. And then these guys become Charles. Yeah, so I guess the combo line does not change, or you just do the same combo. I guess that is nice, I guess, in a way, that you do have different combos. You're not just doing the same combo over and over and over. If you see the Gearfried combo, your inboard is different. You don't even use X amount of cards in your deck. I mean, like, we still loaded. So that does give me hope. That gives this, like, right, that does give me I like that quite a bit. All right, well, that's not too bad. I think we'll run it back one more time. And do that. Man, I am still kind of upset about this Phantom Beast. I'm going to check. I'm almost certain that I did not order it damaged. I'm actually going to check right now, since I have everyone here. Oh boy, someone's been trying to call me. Oh wow. My phone's been blowing up, y'all. I've been famous. Okay, so we're actually going to go to TCG Player and check this out. Go to my orders. No, I just want to check out my orders, because so help me God, that if this was supposed to be like mint condition, I'm gonna be kind of mad. I'll be fuming. I'll be as hot as my mat is, which you can find at the teamsogcompany.site. Cute little plug in there, smile. Uh, use my anger to sell more product. That's the way to go, right, boys? That's the American way. Dracossack. Damaged. I'll be damned if I ordered it damaged. Son of a bitch. Excuse my language. Well, that bites. That's my own stupid mistake. No one to blame but myself. All right, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. We're not going to wrap it up. Excuse me, guys. We're going to do one more good test hand, and then I'm probably going to start doing some duties around the house before the wife gets home and slaughters me. Please make a new profile. I'm a man, Leo Arc. Straight up, my man, 100%. Nothing has changed in the extras main deck. Nothing's changed. The only thing that I had changed previously was 3 DDR and 2 of that. The secret is still looks good from afar. Always so cool. Yeah, just don't look close at it. Don't look close at it. The only thing that's really changed has been the extra deck, and I want to cover that when I do like my combo video, which I will hopefully record today or record tomorrow. I just did a combo video for Crusadia that will be put out tomorrow, and then we will have this combo probably come out Friday. And then that weekend we have a huge another like box tournament that I'm going to go to before we go off to the CLS. All right. Yeah, we're going right on schedule here. Cut. 4. What in the... What in so-and-so's name? Wow, this hand was not meant to be played. Well, I guess 2 hands today, guys. 2 hands have been unplayable. So I guess that's okay. You can't win them all. You can't see busted hands all the time. This deck plays a lot of bricks. Or I wouldn't say it plays a lot of bricks. It has a lot of bricky-ish cards in it. But, yeah, Wesley, you hate to see it. Hate to see it. But it is what it is. So we'll go ahead and cut here again. Oliver, Durandal, Living Fossil, Phoenix, gosh, a Mighty, and Ash Blossom. So this hand is playable, but it's not the greatest. And that's crazy because we're just playing the hand trap. So like this hand is like, because I know like Metal Silver Armor is a debatable card. So like that's why I do that. But like these are all like engine pieces that we play. So this is just kind of the curse of the deck, but like we can still play. We go normal summon Oliver, go Durandal to send to get us Fire Flint Lady. Flint Lady to summon herself. Gotta look at my hand. We'll go ahead and equip here just to go ahead and get it out of the hand. And then we go for Isolde. Isolde effect on summon. We get Ogred Ashed. We cry. Well, I mean, we don't. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we cry. We don't cry. Never mind. We have Extender. We laugh at the face of an Ash. Go here. Foolish Burial or dump. I say, let's see. I say we go Durandal and Living Fossil. There we go. To summon out. Do you guys, this is another popular question. Do you guys think sleeves, if you use sleeves a lot, that they start to stick together, they'll start like kind of giving you bad hands? Like certain cards will stick together, so like you're drawing like your equip spells more often than not sort of thing. Do you guys think that's a possible theory? Go ahead and go here for Hulk. Straight up now, we don't even have to look at our hand because everything's going to be powered by a solo engine of Hulk and Despot alone. So we go here. Make Auroradon. Auroradon give us 3 tokens. Despot. Despot in this. So we have here. Oh, totally forgot to summon out Power Tool. Power Tool effect. Now we're just going to go, since we already opened that, we're going to reveal DDR, and probably, we might as well just go ahead and reveal another Living Fossil. Probably not. I think it might just be people giving themselves reasons to move from a deck, maybe. Well, you would think that if you're blaming the sleeves or like the gunkiness of your sleeves to cause cards to stick together, wouldn't you just change sleeves? You would think, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go over here. So, yep, again, thank you all for watching, who's still here. Appreciate you guys' the experience of Geist versus Crusadia. Each time I normal summon Crusadia, Siliquitus effect bounce, next turn Deja Vu, and then you feel as if you've been blessed by magic. That is how it goes. The only thing that can get you through that is a Crusadia power, to be honest with you. Effect. You would think that would be the thing. My sleeves are gunky, so I'm going to drop this complete deck and go play another one. Why not just change your sleeves? That's something I can say about, like, katanas. I play a lot. I play test a lot. I play test hands. I do remote dueling. I go to some events. So, like, katanas will last me from, like, I'll change when I'm going to, like, an event, and then I'll keep using those, and I'll remote duel with them all the way up till I go to another event, and they last super well. So, wish I was sponsored by Ultimate Guard, because if I was, what'd I just do? Okay, there we go. I would totally, like, sponsor them 100% because their sleeves are just high quality, and all their stuff is really high quality too. I love their stuff. There we go. Here, Despot. Oh, there for second power tool. I ordered another secret power tool. So help me if that thing comes back damaged too. I might just kind of give up on life. So this right here, I feel like we have to reveal Girandol. We have to reveal, like, these three. Oh, here you go, losing. Yep, losing my other sponsor. I do like Dragon Shields. I like Dragon Shields. I just like the katanas because you can't really see it on camera, but, like, the white here, maybe if I go up here. So the white, and then, like, the insides are like a darker tan or gray, and I like that a lot. And they're really high. That's what I've always been sponsored by Ophidian for quite a while. And like I said, I've just been doing my own products and everything, so I've kind of left them behind. I know that sounds awful, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. That'd have been nice to get that. So anyway, do my own product. So I just kind of forgot to mention them, but if their sleeves come out and their sleeves are top tier stuff, kind of like these, oh boy, I'll be on them in a heartbeat. And you all can get them too by using my code. And I don't get anything from the code, it's just to help you guys out. So we'll all be floating. Go here. Give us here. Wait a second. Yeah, no, that's right. That's right. Yep. Brain fart. Go here. Effect to tribute token to tribute Balmug. Is there anything are going to be custom dice? If I could find someone to make custom dice, I would. I actually want to do something with the World Legacy artifacts, make, like, chalice, crown, lance, and stuff like that, armor, and turn them into dice. But I just got to find someone, to be honest with you. And it's kind of, I don't know who to talk to get to it, because anybody I try to talk to about it don't want to tell me how they do it because of, they don't want to, I guess, give away their secrets, which I kind of don't blame them in a way. But I really wanted to get you all some card sleeves, but that's a pain in the butt in itself. There we go. We fire off this to bring back this. Don't know if you're doing exclusive Infernoble combos, but could we see how the OGP works, especially through hand traps and negation? Probably not this stream. I plan on wrapping up here. I'm doing and after this test hand's done. But next stream, hop on, and all my live streams are put up for you guys if you guys can't make it, so you guys can watch. I'll do a few test hands with Crusadia and, like, put up some hypothetical boards and stuff like that that we could play against, and just showcase you, like, how we would navigate through that. My man Saren, is it well, see, my problem is trying to find them at a wholesale value, so then I can sell them for a little bit cheaper than wholesale, or excuse me, I sell them for wholesale like a tad bit more than wholesale, so that they're, like, affordable sleeves, and then I can sell them to you guys. So now I gotta think here. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I think we goofed. Did we goof? How did I manage to goof this up? Oh, I didn't goof. I had a bad hand. Okay. So this is doable. This is doable. This is definitely doable. Banish. Banish to add back DDR. Add that back. I say we go DDR, pitch this, summon back Flint Lady. This hand's going to be a little bit weaker, but I think it's going to be the correct way to do it. Synchro for a 9. Go into Charles. This is our hand. This goes to grave. Oliver effect to equip to Charles. Proceed to end phase. Roland will then... Roland will send Metal Silver. Add Renaud. Charles will, in phase, will activate Equip Metal Silver, and then grab us the OGR there. So that's with a bad hand. And we have Ash in hand, and our follow-up is actually quite crazy. That's with a bad hand. And if they don't solve, if they don't solve Mecha Phantom Beast, he's just going to summon some tokens and start solving some crap. So they got to kind of answer this before they even can move to this. But they got to answer this before some decks can even play. And then Colwing's just chilling here. He won't survive, probably. But yeah. Okay. Well, that is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this showcase of the Dracossack. If you guys want to, since most of you guys hung out here, I will probably do a combo video going more in detail with this line of play. And then I will more than likely put up a test hand video showcasing the new combo string just to kind of go a little bit more in detail, kind of like we did here. But if you guys... am I the only one who realized that Crusadia main deck monsters are basically from... Constantinople? There we go. Let me read what you just said, my man. From Maximus is Darkness Crusader, Megium, Darkness, Closia Pop, Arborea, Aqua Water. So something about Arborea is Arborea, it means, so like here in Nebraska, we have a day called Arbor Day, and Arbor Day is like an ancient word or Latin or Greek for trees. So Arborea practically translates to of the trees or something like that, which is pretty cool. But yeah, my man, I don't mind taking my time at all to do this for you guys. I enjoy you talking to me. I enjoy it all. I enjoy every bit of it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember, if you guys want to help support the channel, think about becoming a member by going to the link down in the description down below, or check out the teamcog.company site. For all you guys who are still here, thank you so much for hanging around. Stay safe, stay happy. Happy crusading.